The state's tropical climate and laid-back Pacific Island vibe are just a few of the things that make it so unique. These islands, which are perched on gigantic volcanic mountaintops that protrude out into the sea, have a diverse and magnificent landscape that ranges from the stark lunar surface of the Kilauea volcano to lush green forests brimming with exotic flowers. On the stunning Na Pali shoreline, waterfalls cascade down the mountain slopes like tears, while ancient rivers dug deep into the rock of Kauai to create the Waimea Canyon. An active volcano can be found on the Big Island, and Pearl Harbor and its rich history can be found on Oahu. The enormous Pacific surrounds them all, providing unlimited options for snorkeling, scuba diving, surfing, or simply going for a swim after sunbathing. Perhaps the most unique aspect of the islands is their people, whose kind demeanor makes you feel as if you've arrived in paradise. With this list of the top tourist attractions in Hawaii, you can learn about the islands and the best spots to visit. Here's a look at the best places to visit in Hawaii. 1. Oahu's North Shore. On Oahu's North Shore, you'll find the ideal wave if it exists. The famed surf mecca's towering, crystalline winter waves attract the best surfers in the world, while the smaller, gentler summer waves are perfect for beginners. During the peak winter months, the beaches of the North Shore, which stretch for more than 7 miles, host the world's most prestigious surfing contests, including the Van's Triple Crown of Surfing. Waimea Bay, Ehukai Beach, and Sunset Beach are all excellent spots for sunbathing and strolling along the beach. Just leave the massive waves to the pros, as they can be dangerous for amateur surfers. The months of November through February are ideal for seeing large wave surfing. Even experienced surfers should always pay attention to warning signs because the big waves can rise up to 30 feet or more. The waves subside from May to September, giving a more quiet environment for surfing and swimming. The North Shore is about a 1-hour drive from Waikiki and offers a variety of lodging alternatives, including condo rentals and the luxury beachfront Turtle Bay Resort. Take a short drive to Halewa Town, a quaint surf town where you can shop, eat like a local, and cool off with rainbow-flavored shave ice. Continue on to Lea to see the Polynesian Cultural Center in Kahuku, a historic plantation village. 2. Molokai. The Hawaiian Islands have not all progressed at the same rate. Molokai is one of the state's least developed yet most beautiful islands. Molokai, often known as the Friendly Isle, has a fascinating history. The Kalaupapa National Historical Park, which was previously a leper colony, is the island's most well-known attraction. The majority of visitors to Molokai today come for the history as well as the natural beauty. You can go trekking in Palau State Park or spend the day at Papohaku Beach, where there are usually only a few families on the beach at any given time. 3. Hapuna Beach. There are several beautiful beaches on Hawaii's Big Island, but Hapuna Beach is one of the greatest. The beach is part of a state park on the Kohala coast, making it easily accessible from famous hotel locations such as Kona and Waikoloa. Hapuna Beach is a lengthy stretch of excellent white sand where you can locate a quiet location away from the crowds. Hapuna is a popular destination for families, and you may spend a beach day bodyboarding or swimming. There are some reefs on one side of the beach where you can attempt snorkeling. 4. Kaanapali Beach. Kaanapali Beach is located on Maui's western coast, just outside of the tourist hotspot of Lahaina. From Black Rock to Canoe Beach, Kaanapali is lined with resorts and great stores and restaurants. The beautiful white sand beach is home to a multitude of rock monuments, many of which have historical or religious importance to native Hawaiians. The most famous of these is Pu'ukekea, often known as Black Rock. The beach also has a beautiful boardwalk that is a little over 2 miles long and gives breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean. 5. Na Pali Coast. The iconic Na Pali Coast may be found on the island of Kauai, popularly known as the Garden Isle. Along the coast, towering cliffs draped in lush, green flora plunge to the sands of exclusive, secluded beaches. The landscape is unlike any other on the earth. Many people are familiar with the area because it was used as the main filming location for Jurassic Park and other films. If you visit the Na Pali Coast State Park's pathways, you can hike amid the cliffs. If adventure calls, locals can show you how to safely plunge into the ocean below some cliffs. 6. Lanikai Beach. Head to Lanikai Beach if you're looking for a slice of heaven on earth. Lanikai Beach, on Oahu's eastern shore, is only a 30-minute drive from downtown Honolulu. It does, however, feel like a separate universe. Lanikai means heavenly sea in Hawaiian, and it's the perfect way to characterize this half-mile stretch of stunning coastline. This is a beautiful spot to explore, with white sand, blue sea, and the occasional palm tree providing shade. The Mokiluas, 2 offshore islands named Mokunia and Mokuiki, can even be seen from this tropical location. 7. Helakala National Park. Helakala is a shield volcano that covers almost half of Maui's island. This summit, sometimes known as the East Maui Volcano, reaches a height of more than 10 feet. Helakala National Park encompasses the area surrounding the volcano. Much of the park is centered on a massive crater, which resembles a lunar landscape. Hiking is the most popular way to see the park, and the trail leading to the Kaluokau Cinder Cone offers the greatest views. There are various pools along the Pipiwai Trail where you can cool off with a pleasant swim. At the end of the Pipiwai River is the 400 feet Waimoku Falls. 8. Waimea Canyon. Halekala is a shield volcano that covers almost half of Maui's island. This summit, sometimes known as the East Maui Volcano, reaches a height of more than 10 feet. Halekala National Park encompasses the area surrounding the volcano. Waimea Canyon is located just a few kilometers inland from Kauai's Napali coast. Waimea Canyon, often known as the Pacific Grand Canyon, is one of Hawaii's most spectacular sights. Waimea Canyon is comparable in size to the Grand Canyon, but with abundant flora among the desert-like scenery, it may be even more magnificent. Halekala is a shield volcano that covers almost half of Maui's island. This summit, sometimes known as the East Maui Volcano, reaches a height of more than 10 feet. Halekala National Park encompasses the area surrounding the volcano. Because clouds frequently sweep in throughout the afternoon, the best time to hike around Coke State Park is in the morning. Camping is also an option for adventurous tourists, allowing you to witness the magnificent dawn in the morning. 9. Honolulu. Honolulu is the capital and most important port of Hawaii, as well as the county seat. It is a modern metropolis that stretches 10 miles along Oahu's southern beach and 4 miles inland into the Koolau Ranges foothills. It serves as a crossroads for trans-Pacific maritime and air routes, as well as the focal point for inter-island services and the state's commercial and industrial hub. The city-county encompasses all of Oahu as well as several outlying islets that total barely 3 square miles yet span over 1,300 miles and form the Hawaiian and Pacific Islands National Wildlife Refuge. It has around 80% of the state's population and is handled as a single unit. According to Hawaiian legend, Honolulu was founded in 1100. Captain William Brown entered the harbor in 1794, which had been overlooked by Captain James Cook and other early explorers and had its outlet through the reef of Nuuanu Stream and was shielded by Sand Island. Honolulu rose to prominence in the islands after 1820, flourishing as a base for sandalwood traders and whalers. In 1816, a Russian detachment landed, and the harbor was later captured by the British and the French, before being returned to King Kamehameha III, who named Honolulu a city and the capital of his kingdom on August 31, 1850. The city and the nearby naval military complex at Pearl Harbor were attacked by Japanese aircraft in December 1941. Honolulu became a key staging station for the remainder of World War II, a role it held through the Korean War and the Indochina conflict, which ended in 1973. Military spending continues to be a significant source of revenue. The port services a variety of manufacturing companies around the city-county, including pineapple canneries, sugar refineries, apparel factories, as well as steel, aluminum, oil, cement, and dairying operations. The international airport is one of the busiest in the United States, with adjacent Waikiki serving as the principal tourist destination, featuring a beach bordered by luxury hotels, an aquarium, a zoo, and the bustling international marketplace for Pacific Basin goods. The University of Hawaii in Manoa Valley with its East-West Center, Chaminade University, Hawaii Pacific University, Honolulu and Kapiolani Community Colleges, and the Kamehameha Schools for Children of Hawaiian Descent are all located in Honolulu. The Bishop Museum has notable Polynesian collections, while the Honolulu Academy of Arts, widely regarded as Hawaii's cultural center, hosts a variety of events. Punchbowl, a 2-feet-wide crater 1 mile inland, is home to the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, which has 24,000 graves of World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War veterans. The Iolani Palace finished in 1882 as the focal point of Honolulu's Civic Center. It is currently a museum but functioned as the legislative seat until it was replaced by the nearby new state capitol. Several ancient buildings are within a 2-block radius of the palace, including Kaueahau Church and the early mission houses, which were built in the 1820s from lumber transported across Cape Horn by the first missionary contingents. The Hawaii State Library and Honolulu Hale are also nearby. 10. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park is home to some of nature's most breathtaking sights. The park, which is 45 miles southwest of Hilo, is home to 2 volcanoes, including Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes. It is one of Hawaii's most popular visitor attractions and a sacred site because visitors can experience the primal process of creation and destruction. From the summit of Mauna Loa to the sea, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park covers 335,259 acres, or about 523 square miles. Visit a visitor center, petroglyphs, and 2 active volcanoes, Mauna Loa, which last erupted in 1984, and Kilauea, which last erupted in 2018. Kilauea is known as the only drive-in volcano in the world. This active volcano once produced between 250,000 and 650 cubic yards of lava each day, enough to resurface a 20-mile-long 2-lane road per day. On the island of Hawaii, more than 875 acres of new land had been produced as of January 1983. The park's great ecological diversity was acknowledged by UNESCO in 1980 when it was designated as a World Biosphere Site, and again in 1987 when it was designated as a World Heritage Site. If you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.